Good morning, friends. Here we are for a big experience. Are you ready for today? Me too. So, this every day in our morning meeting, we have a person called the meteorologist, and they have an important job, don't they? So, our friend that's the meteorologist, their job is to tell us about the weather. Exactly. Why do you think why would it be important that we know about the weather? That's a great idea. So we know what we need to wear or what we need to do to prepare for the day. If it's raining, we need to know that, right? Because we're not going to go outside and play. If it's raining outside, we're not going to go to the park. If it's snowing, probably. Or if it's storming, or if there's a thunderstorm, we're not going to be outside, right? So knowing the weather is very, very important. And our meteorologist helps me prepare for my day so I know what to wear. Maybe if I'm going to go for my walk, the things that I would like to do, I watch the weather so I can prepare for that for the day. So before we start, we're going to listen to a song, learn a new weather song. It's another one of my favorite. And then we're going to be listening to a story. So I want to first let you listen to this new story. This new song, and you can certainly sing along. I'm going to sing. Are you? Okay, so here we go.
Hey, let's look out the window and see what the weather's like today. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? All together, all together. What's the weather like today? Ooh, what's that sound? Look at the trees. Look, it's windy. Look, it's windy. Look, it's windy, everyone. Fly a kite, fly a kite, fly a kite, everyone. Ooh, what's that sound?
What is it?
We're gonna get wet. Look, it's rainy. Look, it's rainy. Look, it's rainy, everyone. Jump in the puddles, jump in the puddles, jump in the puddles, everyone. Oh, look, it's starting to clear up. Clouds are going away. Look, it's sunny. Look, it's sunny. Look, it's sunny, everyone. Let's go swimming. Let's go swimming. Let's go swimming, everyone. Oh, it's so cold. What's that coming out of the sky? Look, it's snowy. Look, it's snowy. Look, it's snowy, everyone. Catch a snowflake. Catch a snowflake. Catch a snowflake on your tongue. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? All together, all together. What's the weather like today?
Nice job. Did you like that? I know. We might start singing that in our morning meeting. What do you think? Okay. Now it's time. I'm getting ready to share with you a story that's titled, let's look at the title here at the top. Yes, point with me. It's called Weather. And there's not a drawing in this book, there's real pictures. Because this book is called a nonfiction book. And it's going to tell us real things about weather. So I want you to be a good listener as you're listening to the story. titled Weather here on our front cover, and point to the picture. I know. What do you see in the picture? That's a little girl. And what is she holding? And what is she wearing? Exactly. So what kind of weather? Rainy. Good job looking at the clues. So as you are listening to the story today, I want you to think of one fact that you thought was really neat. What one thing you learned? Keep one thing in your brain. I'm going to be listening to the story and I'm going to pick my one thing. So at the end of the story, you'll be able to listen to my idea and maybe turn and tell your mommy, daddy, brother, sister that one fact, one really cool thing you learned in the story called Weather today. So here we go.
Today we're going to be reading about the weather by D.K. Look outside. Sunny, cloudy, rainy, snowy. What's the weather like today? Sun. Today is sunny and hot. The sun shines brightly. We have fun at the beach on sunny days. Clouds. Today is cloudy and warm. The clouds can be fluffy or wispy. Fog. Today is foggy and damp. It is hard to see in the gray fog. Rain. Today is rainy and wet. The rain pours down. Pitter patter. We splash in the puddles on rainy days. Splash. Storm. Tonight is stormy. The lightning flashes and the thunder booms. Crack! Wind. Today is windy and cold. The wind blows the clothes. Gale. Today is very windy and very rainy. The trees sway in the gale. Snow. Today is snowy and freezing. The snow turns the yard white. We wear warm clothes to play in the snow. Rainbow. Look, the sun shines through the rain. It makes a rainbow.
Wow. I love that book, Weather. It did tell us so much about weather, didn't it? What did you like? What did you like about the book? What was one thing that you thought was really cool in the book? Okay. Oh, I know I have so many ideas too. I loved on sunny days. I noticed that there was a picture of kids at the beach. I love that on sunny days. And the clouds picture, when it said that the clouds can be fluffy, meaning they're big and round, or they could be wispy, wispy. Have you heard that word before? That's a cool word. It means it's thin and they're barely there. And you can see through them because they can be big and puffy or they can be really thin and long. So that's wispy. I love that. So I like that. And the fog. Have you ever been in the fog where it was hard for you to see? That's called a foggy day. And the rain was kind of cool, where they were splashing in puddles. I like that too. Makes me think of all our rainy days right now, so I can make a connection and how I see these big puddles and thinking, oh, I just would love to jump in that puddle. Or maybe the windy days. In those windy days, we learned another word called gale. The gale is a windy day too. I like that too because that was a new word. Oh, just so much. The snowy day and all the things that we needed and building that snowman. I love winter time. I love snow. And then that rainbow where the sun shines through the rain and it made that rainbow. So many choices. Oh yes, that was your idea. Well, I'm going to have to say that I like the cloud picture. I love the cloud. What I learned about the clouds was that they could be fluffy or wispy. That's mine. And yours again? What was your one fact? Could be something I mentioned. Give yourself a thumbs up. All right, so we've learned about all these different kinds of weather. Now, we're going to get out. Hold on. Let's see if we can. Oh, there we go. There's our all right, inside your learning bag, you have this. This is called a weather wheel, and we're going to be using it during our morning meeting when our friends, our meteorologist, tells us all about the weather. We can go ahead and set it too, so that each morning you can kind of look out the window and be your own meteorologist. Just because we have one meteorologist a day doesn't mean that we all can't be meteorologists in our own homes, and then you can report out to your families. Now this is a wheel, and a wheel is a round, and it has what do you think that is? It starts with the W, that's right, windy. And we have, oh, look at this. It begins with the S, snowy. That's right, we have what? Windy, snowy, then, oh, another S word. But then it's sun. Oh, I see the sun. Sunny, that's right. And what do you think this is with the raining. And this one here, when there's lightning, do you see the lightning? That starts with the S2. It's stormy when there's big storms. It's different than the rain. How is it different than the rainy day? That's right, the lightning on a stormy day. But then how are they the same? They both have clouds and they both have rain. Nice work. And then we have our cloudy day. So in this inside, we're going to take this out in a minute because this is very important. It's like a braid. Now what you're going to do is this. You can, if you have permanent markers, since this is laminated, you can color your you can color your rain and make it Well, this one really won't work, so maybe. Here we go. I'm going to color my raindrops because I do have a permanent marker. You don't have to. If you don't have a permanent marker, then they're definitely not going to. A regular marker won't stay on this laminated sheet. So, and permanent markers are markers that you're going to probably need some help with from a grown-up. So make sure you don't get any of the permanent markers on your clothes. It won't come out. Nope. And so then I have my sun. I'm going to just. So when I'm all done, I'll come back. And I think I'm good, really. Good. This windy day, I might have it more. I don't know. We'll see. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure these are. Do you know what these are called? Arrows. That's right. I'm gonna actually. Make one of these arrows pink. That's right, a pinkish purplish. It's actually supposed to be purple, but it looks more pink, doesn't it? And I'm going to do the other blue. And I'm going to give it a few seconds to dry. So once you color them, you want to make sure you give it a few minutes to dry. The tools that you're going to need next are a pair of scissors and a hole puncher if you have one. If you don't, then mommy and daddy, when it's time to use this, they can find another sharp tool to make holes in your house. So for right now, the first thing you're going to do is cut out your weather wheel. I'm going around and around and around. When I'm cutting, I just squeeze, make sure my thumb is pointed up towards the ceiling. So cutting, around and around and around. I go on my weather wheel. So pretty easy, right? You're going to cut out your weather wheel. Look at that. And then you're going to be very careful as you cut out your arrows. Making sure I stay on the line. This might be something you get some help with, and that's okay. It's kind of very small corners and spaces, right? So I cut out one arrow, and I'll cut off the other one. Here we go. I like to sing as I cut. Do you? Do you know the song Happy? If you're happy and you know it. Me too. Let's sing it. Happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show. If you're happy and you know it, cut your paper. Right? All right. So I think I have mine done. There we go. Let's move this out of the way. All right. So now you're going to put a little hole, if you have a hole puncher. You're going to put a little hole, not really close. You want to make sure it's inside. So you have two holes at the end of not at where the arrow is, but the other end. And then you're going to take off your little braid. You're going to undo it. So you're going to squeeze it together, take it out of the hole. Then you're going to put both your arrows. You're going to take your little braid, stick them through the holes in your arrow, and then stick them back in the hole in your weather wheel. Then close it like that. And look, you have your weather wheel. Now, if it is both, there's two arrows because it might be partly cloudy, which means it's cloudy and sunny. Like today, it might be sun and clouds. So if there are two things, so that it has two arrows in case you need it. Or if it's just sunny, you put them together like this and you put your weather wheel on the sunny day. So pretty cool, right? I know. So you'll be able to make your own weather wheel today. And I think I'm going to spend some more time, probably. Maybe I'll find the color of my permanent marker to do the wind. I don't know, but I can't wait to see yours. So we'll see you. And make sure you bring this during the day. Yeah, you can do your own weather. See you later, Gators.